How did excuse me, Mr. Skeleton? Has it come from the grave of Mr. Skeleton?
Jag är så fin här. I'm a Libra, so it's okay. I don't want to know my fortune. Ooh. Look, they have redfish. Yummy. Yep.
Wow.
Assorted. It's good. What do they have in the ice cream? So what do you want to try and get for dinner tonight?
T-shirts for me.
What? No. I was going to get something on the way. Why does this remind me of something Tim Tracker would wear? They have ponchos. These are cool. Aw, little alligator. Oh yeah. How much are these? This is what we're doing tonight. I might get one.
What do car coasters do anyway?
They keep your like little sections from getting too like gross.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. I'm gonna get one of just to commemorate this occasion here. Oh yeah, they look like Stanleys.
Yeah.
That's cool. We're gonna go on a ghost tour in a few minutes. I might have to shut you off for a second so I can like show them my ticket though. Oh, look at this. That's pretty. This is what I also want to go do with Taylor and them.
Yeah.
Living a life, girl. Living the dream. Yeah.
That's cool.
Awesome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, just browsing. Oh, wow. Oh, they have magnets too. Oh, ornaments. What? Oh, the magnets, yeah.
No,
Here for the 7 o'clock, those two gravestones for you. You can hang on the side art.
Oh, that's for the 7 o'clock. Ours is 7:20.
yeah, I know.
So this is where you go through that door. Fancy. I'm getting excited. This is going to be cool. Look at that creepy ghost lady right here. Oh, look at the little boo. Have some booze. I get it. That's cute. And I have one of these actually that I got from Michael's. Not the exact one, but yeah, something similar.
Victorian.
Okay, I want to look at the. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'll look at the ornaments. Pretty. These are $8.99 for future reference. And then they have the magnets for this. That's cool. I'm gonna go the other side.
Is anyone else here for the Ocean Gravestone 7 o'clock?
I would take you on a lighthouse tour one day, but like it's a lot of steps to climb
Yeah, no.
if you're willing. Oh, look at this. Ghost hunter. I should have worn my paranormal hat, like my ball cap from Disney. Oh well.
By the way,
Oh, it's a can opener. What's up?
don't forget to buy that.
I know.
Just remember, letting you know.
I survived. Oh, were they playing The Addams Family?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's neat. Oh, I like this one. It has the picture. Look at that.
Wonder if the Rices have something like that.
Probably. It's neat. Do you believe? These are $6.99, by the way. Merch. I really like this one now. But I mean, I don't know what we would really use it for though. Is it like it's a bottle opener? Okay. Yeah, we don't need that. Same picture though, right? No. Oh well, this one's cool. Yeah, I'm getting that one. And I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go pay for it. Oh, look at these. Shoot. They have the little trolley there. That's cute. I told you I was sick. Oh no. Then they got hats. What time is it? I gotta keep up.
6:53.
Okay. Look at this one. Spooky. Is there anything you want?
Not really.
Okay. Okay, excuse me. Sorry. Alright. I'm gonna pay for this.
Any register will do. $4.25, please.
Can you put the stream for me?
Do you need a little bag or do you want to stick it in my purse? Rainy night. And here's your receipt. Thank you so much.
Oh, look at that one. And I like the bags. I don't think I showed you guys the bags. I think we might have some of these books too. So, like, let me know if you guys see any ghosts or anything tonight, in case I missed something. Watching. 6:56. Oh my. Okay, good. I was like, my data's on, but like the Wi-Fi's off. It's Beetlejuice. I got these. Look. Let's see what they've got here. Oh, so if you guys want to know, Night of Light starts November 16th through January 11th. You can book your tours. I highly recommend it because there's like an elk hunt too. Looks like a good time. I think we've been to one of those before, so I'm gonna actually take one of these though. This is what we're doing tonight. And if you want to reserve your very own trip to the Ghost and Graves, somebody's watching. No. The song.
Makes it all happen.
All right, we'll see you in like 5 minutes. We check in 10 minutes. All right.
You want to hang out in here or like stand out there for a minute?
It doesn't matter to me.
I want to see what that is. Can we go out this way or? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Left door.
Thank you. Okay. I wanted to see this real quick, if you don't mind. It's very pretty looking. Oh, look at these buildings. Oh, it's raining. Well, they said they had ponchos available, so that's good. Yeah, we're in historical St. Augustine right now, and it's raining. It's a very wet night. We're gonna go look at some lights because they were pretty. Oh, look at this. Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Awesome.
I like that one a lot.
Well, you pick out the size, shape, and colors and have them rebuilt.
Oh, that's cool. What is it made of? Like
Recycled
just
vinyls
paper?
and plastics.
Oh, wow. That's neat. That one's funny.
You can make up your own couch.
Good to know. I think I got BB-8. Okay. Chicken jockey.
Is that Shadow?
What now? Oh, him.
Is that Shadow?
That's Vegeta.
Oh, okay. A new one. I've done Shadow. Oh, that's Dragon Ball, right?
Oh, they got a Jack one up here too.
Well, I did a Halloween hand draw and cut these out of this material. So you pick it out and I'll put it on the land with the
Oh,
spatter and all that stuff on it.
I missed the horror one. Look at that. That's cool. Do you have a card? Thank
His
you
last
very
name's
much.
Pappas, so he's always kind of happy.
Oh.
His ex-wife hated the novelty of the name. Happy Valley is so involved. She hated it. That's why it stayed.
Well, that's really cool way to like create. I like that.
Well, they were made as paper back in the early 60s. It was a Dutch mathematician who came up with that piece
Oh.
design.
That's pretty cool. Look at the jellies up there on the ceiling. And I got a bat. Alright, you want to head back?
Sure.
Thank you very much, sir. Ooh. I wonder if they make Zero from Nightmare.
Maybe.
I feel like I'm at a con.
Yeah.
Can I have your card?
I remember the little scavenger hunt they had.
Yeah, at the Harry Potter one.
I think so.
I'm trying to put this in here. Sorry, blocking the camera. Okay. How are we doing on time?
It's 7:02.
Okay. We're almost there, guys. Oh, I didn't know this opened up. Don't toast me. I can't believe she doesn't like marshmallows. Marshmallows are the best. Yeah, don't toast me unless you're toasting like a drink celebration.
You forgot to wipe your shoe off, by the way.
Oh shoot. Thank you. Sorry. Spooky, spooky. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, they're playing Thriller.
They're going out. They're going out? Okay. Alright, I just didn't hear that sound, did I?
Okay. What now?
2 more minutes.
2 more minutes? Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I'm getting in line. Oh, sorry. Okay, you need my last name or my ticket? Okay. at one of these. I'll put it right on the spider web right here.
It's so bad. People want to go out and drink.
Oh, 7:07. All right. What is that?
All right. All right. So you going on the tour?
Yeah.
All right. So right here, it actually got footage of people actually capturing pictures of spirits and ghosts.
Oh, no way.
Yes, ma'am. Like that's what it's showing right now. Like people actually capture footage of it.
That's so cool. Nice.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
showing.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Oh, look at that box. Should have brought some water. Oh well.
Tienes que tirar fotos, a ver.
So this book shows like people have actually like caught something.
45 minutes. Yeah, it's about 25 miles. It's like literally 181, the one road all the way up. We're above Jack's Beach, the landing beach. Down here, 45 minutes. No big deal. It's a straight shot. But it puts us close to the home when we bail out. We don't have to check. Because I didn't want to just come down 10 miles, come over and go back up.
Sufres de migraña.
Yeah, we should get through some of the rain pretty quick. It's still raining.
If you are on the 720, Ghosts and Gravestones.
Here we go.
Come right in here. Yes. Other side.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going in the room. The first room. Our tour begins here.
Go on either side in there, folks. Either side.
It's right, it's just like the planetarium where you walk in and you close the door and also you can start
As far as the signal like holds out. Oh, look at the library.
This is what's up, man. Politicians do.
Whoa.
We actually call that the electric chairman, so I'm saying.
The spirits are already acting up with my camera. I really hope I'm getting a good signal. Oh, up here? Oh, yeah. I see it. I see it.
Instead of 20 minutes being outside, right?
Yeah. It's like you're biking.
It's a fireplace. I'm gonna come over here. Oh, look at the chandelier.
So you gotta take, well, yeah. I think it's 4 hours or 8 hours of class time and like a road test, but it's in a parking lot. Then you get a certificate, you go to the MDA or the DMV. We've had our I was riding illegal.
Ooh, look at the death masks on the wall over there. What do you think of in here? This one's broken.
She does not take that. We hold her face off. There's no tags on that. She doesn't ride the feet. I don't want to do it. So we use a rider, like, you can't help you out.
Trying to fix it. Oh, hold on. Bear with me, guys.
that's not a fair line.
I went and got a
I got in there and I was like, oh, there it is. It was like a
thank you. I know what's going on here.
You're funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening. I want to welcome you to Ghosts and Gravestones. You're now all ghost hunters. Tonight we're looking for all kinds of paranormal evidence. Some I'm sure you've heard of before, like the orb. Some you might not have, like the vortex ghost. I do want to highlight a couple things that you might encounter. Now the first one is what we call a shadow ghost. I don't know how y'all feel about your shadows. I'm very disappointed in mine. It doesn't do anything on its own. All it does is just copy me. A shadow ghost, though, very different. For one thing, much darker than a natural shadow. It is not the projection of any living thing, at least not anything that's still alive now. And as opposed to your shadows and mine, which have to copy everything we do, a shadow ghost does anything it pleases. You know what they love to do the very most? Look it right in your face. You may not even know it happened. Later, you're looking through pictures. There you are, happy as a clam, distracted by something. And this foreboding presence is encroaching on you. That is a shadow ghost. What probably brought you here tonight is the full body apparition. If we encounter one or several, it's going to be that, a full body or most of us. It's going to be hovering above ground. You're going to be able to see through it, but you're also going to be able to see that it's wearing clothing appropriate for the time that person died. Now you get to be the judges tonight, whether it's a blessing or a curse that you ended up with me as your ghost host. Because I am going to tell you my personal story on my family's encounter with a full body apparition out there on the streets of St. Augustine. I'll show you where it happened. I'll give you the details. Are we psyched?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm really excited about you.
If you'd like to come up here and put on the skirt, right?
I'm coming.
Okay, no. All right. How many of you have ever watched Scooby-Doo? Right, good. That's going to come in handy in just a minute. Because if you look around you, you're going to see this very strange place. This is Cromwell's parlor of paranormal curiosities. Mr. Cromwell, he designed the place for us, and then he willed us most of his eclectic collection of things. But you see, he was under the impression that he was an architect. And if so, he was a very bad one. Because when he designed this place, he designed it so that when that door shut, it locked from outside. So we've got to get out.
That's what I'm talking about. So we can watch
Oh no.
Now you remember when I asked you how many of you have seen Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
That means you know that there has to be a way out of the haunted mansion. Now, another thing Cromwell loved to collect, puzzles and riddles. I'm going to give you one of his riddles. If we can solve it, we might walk out of here with our lives. Are you ready?
Yes.
My spine is stiff, my body is pale, but I'm always ready to tell a tale. What am I? A book. That's right, but the mystery is which book? Cromwell, which one?
No way.
This one.
Oh my god.
Prepare to board the trolley of the doom. Ladies and gentlemen, the trolley of the doom.
That is epic.
So cool.
Thank you. Ooh, look at that mirror. Look in. Sorry. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is so cool.
I gotta go inside and check.
This is cool. I'm having
Well,
fun.
let's see if we can scoot through here.
I'm glad I came after all.
He told us about the breakout.
Did he also tell you about in prison for vehicular homicide?
Oh.
Here, put the umbrella out the window. We can swat ghosts.
Which side do you want to sit on?
That's where they usually
This one?
Sure.
Sorry. Are you sure? You might have to sit with me, Gabe. Because it's okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Here, I'll move my purse a little bit.
Travel about this place.
Yeah. You should tell him that he should come to St. Augustine for a little.
We not.
You are.
We not.
We're not gonna be able to sit there.
Hey, now everybody, look, I'm gonna protect everybody. Y'all hear me?
You the man.
I'm gonna protect the bus. Nobody
Ghostbuster!
do not worry. I got us, y'all. I got us, y'all.
We all together.
He's fun.
For the record, I'm scared.
Everything and everybody about you in the trolley. It includes your children and spouses. Because if we drop it, we don't go back. We wave goodbye. Now, I am your ghost host tonight. My name is Luna, and our driver is Knuckles. Let's hear it for Knuckles. Play my theme, Knuckles. That's my jam.
Not that being your jam.
That's mine too.
In 1821, this town was on the verge of famine. People were waiting for a supply ship to arrive from Havana. They just kept watching the horizon for the... Well, finally they saw him, but the ship didn't make landfall. Well, they mounted a flotilla. They went out and boarded the boat. And do you know what they found on the boat?
I thought you were telling us.
Everybody was dead.
Ooh,
Cabin boy to the captain.
it's a ghost
They
ship.
did what I guess they thought was an honorable burial at sea, shucked those bloated, rotting corpses over the side, and brought the supplies on shore to save our city. And with the supplies, they brought the yellow fever that had killed every man on the boat. Went through this town like wildfire. People died by the dozens every day. Not unlike something we recently went through, St. Augustine was on lockdown. The only people who could be out and about, well, that was the essential workers of 1821, grave diggers, working around the clock. And by the way, back then, if you were a Protestant and you died in this town, good luck getting buried. We had one graveyard Roman in town. And when my friend got home to Washington, D.C., she gave me a call. She was very upset. She said, I'm looking through my photos, and I have pictures of your daughter at the old city gate, and there's a little girl I can see through hovering right behind her.
Whoa.
I said, we've met Elizabeth, haven't we? Well, we're about to come up to the historic Talamato Cemetery. Talamato is the oldest marked European cemetery in North America, and it's home to some of our most famous apparitional hauntings. Well, we're going to do something special here. We are going to pull the trolley of the doomed around to where it is adjacent to a platform that overlooks that graveyard. We are going to disembark and we're going to gather up on the platform so I can tell you about those hauntings. If you have any mobility issues, you may just want to stay at the base of the stairs because you still see the graveyard and you will still hear the stories. And I do have 3 favors to ask of you. Take a look at where you're sitting. Please come back to that seat. If you have anything with you which is truly valuable, bring it along because there's going to be some time where the trolley's unattended. And 3, please allow Knuckles and I to disembark first so we can get you off of the trolley and up there safely. Please use the handrails. This bottom step is very steep. Knuckles, you want to go ahead first? You all can follow me. I'm going to be very careful on the stairs going to the platform because they are soaking wet.
Be careful as you exit, Charlie. The bottom step's a little bit higher than the rest, so be careful on that bottom step.
Congratulations.
1, 2, 3.
Careful as you exit, folks. Bottom step's a little higher than the rest.
1, 2, 3,
3, 4.
Yeah, that's going to be fun for me.
Just jump. Hand down here for you.
My knee.
Thank
Oh, thank you.
Careful as you exit the trolley, folks. Bottom step's a little bit higher than the rest.
We're in the 3rd row.
Got one here for you. You're good to go. Careful as you exit, folks. Bottom step's a little higher than the rest.
Thank you.
It's okay if we end up with 2 rows.
I like your lantern.
Thank you. Grab the
Sí, te puedes quedar allí.
Can you see okay?
Yeah, I can see that. You?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm short. I know.
No Bible word.
Cara,
Of the evidence captured on this tour comes from right here in the Talamato. If you look down at this end of the cemetery, you are going to see a clearing. Back in the 1890s, a couple of teenage boys decided they were going to debunk the myth of the haunted graveyard. So they pitched a tent in that clearing to spend the night. As they started getting sleepy, and they heard rustling outside, but they figured possums, raccoons, nothing to worry about. Then as they started getting sleepier, they heard that rustling sound getting closer and getting louder. Then it occurred to them, probably their buddies had come out to try to scare them. Well, they threw open the tent flap, but they didn't find teenage boys. They found a young woman hovering just above ground in that clearing. She was wearing a long gray gown. There was a long gray veil over her face. If she had a face. Now, they ran screaming into the night. And for the next several days, anytime people stood still, they'd say it's true, the Talamato is haunted. But finally, an elderly man came forward. He said, I know who you saw. A couple of centuries ago, there was a young lady in our town, days away from her wedding. And without warning, her heart gave out. Well, her family, they were beside themselves in grief, of course, but more so because she didn't make it to the altar. So they buried her in her bridal gown and veil. He said she's been in that dirt 200 years. She's probably covered in mold and mildew. That's why she's gray. We call her the ghost bride of the Talamato. She is the most often encountered full-body apparition in our city. But you look right in the center of the cemetery, you're going to see a huge old oak tree. Just to the side of that, you'll see a pedestal with a bust on it. That marks the resting place of a man very famous in our city's history. And when we head back to the Trolley of the Doom, I'm going to tell you all about him. Suffice to say, though, that he is so famous because of all the good works he performed on our behalf. He is, however, infamous for the fact that we ended up having to bury him there twice. I'm going to lead you across the parking lot, around the corner, and into the front side of the oldest drugstore. I will tell you a tale there, then I'll take you back to the Chamber of Horrors. We are going to end up in the Pirate's Den. Now, please be vigilant, everybody. As you probably know, motorists pay no heed for the safety of pedestrians. And my number one rule is, nobody starts my tour as a guest, hence my tour as a story. Follow me.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, qué grande. Ahí esa es mucha piedra. Ahí hay como 20.
What you see?
To the innocent.
He sees the ghost of a puppy dog.
Let's wait for Nana.
Look at that. Oh, that's the wax museum. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, there's Maleficent. This is our karaoke segment. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, honey.
Bill Clinton, right?
Hello, presidents.
There's a step. Be careful.
We're gonna leave the middle of the room open.
Hey, over here. Yeah.
On the right, I'm with you when you're right.
This building is restless. And we think we know why. Back before the Spicer Brothers built this, our city's first drugstore, back in 1886, this was an extension of Colorado Cemetery. Or we just were, but a very important extension. You see, this was also the site of the Franciscan Brothers' mission to the Talamado Indians. Now, if a Talamado converted, then when they died, they could be buried in consecrated ground. Right there. They're still down there. They have no idea how many. But we think they're behind what happens in this building. When this was operating as a drugstore, of course, during the day, there'd be people working the counter, guests coming and going, and people mentioned all kinds of paranormal activities. But the thing they mentioned most often, you see those shelves, those used to be lined with bottles that had liquids in them, things you'd purchase for cooking or for cleaning, and they were known to tip themselves over and pour their contents out on the floor. By the end of the business day for the drugstore, this became a mortuary. The embalming table stood right here. Now, if that mortician was plying his trade at night, he had to have artificial light. So back then, these fixtures, of course, today they're electric. These were gas lamps with glass globes on them. And they were known to just spontaneously burst. But don't take my word for it. Look at the ceiling. We're going to see several places where there are scorch marks up there. Oh, you would think after a while the mortician would get used to this happening, but evidently not. Because it said on several occasions as he was working on a corpse right here, one of those would erupt. He'd be so startled, he'd knock over a beaker of his embalming fluid. Wow. Well, if you look at the wooden panels in the floor, right here, they are very shiny. Nowhere else. That is where the formaldehyde sunk in time after time. Well, you probably realize that you were in a portion of Potter's Wax Museum. And we are going to be winding our way through the Gallery of Presidents on our way back to the Chamber of Horrors, final destination being the Pirate's Den. As you can well imagine, these wax figures we are about to encounter are exceptionally fragile. So we ask you, please, please, please don't touch any of them, because they touch back.
I know that's right.
Follow me if you will, please.
I guess we'll find out.
Being a kid.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You can go in front if you want.
Oh, it's okay. Well, are you scared? No, I'm just like.
I'm not scared. I'm just like, my eyes is open.
Wax museums kind of creep me out, though. Oh my gosh. There's like people around me.
Hey, having a candlelight dinner.
Hi.
That's right. You're gonna say they having a candlelight dinner.
Oh, yeah. Here's the best guy over here, Frankenstein.
So that you can see the stage.
Sorry. Whoa.
It's okay if we look for the couple rows. Just try to make sure those smaller statues will be in front. I need everyone in the gallery.
Ooh, creepy.
I mean, everyone.
Huh?
You know what those are for, right?
Yeah.
Creepy.
Oh, wow.
Imagine someone bringing
Oh, that'd be creepy. What if they had a rig on it?
a ring.
A rig.
Oh, that would be something else.
Now you jump your ass off that wall playing now. I ain't doing no playing. So act right when you come off that wall.
I need everybody to be facing this direction. Right. Now, if I could have your attention. A couple of 100 years ago, the only thing a doctor had to treat ingredients: water, grain alcohol, and opium. So the cure might kill you, or it might take you right to the edge of death. If you were in a deep coma back then, the doctor didn't know you were going 6 feet under. Up with a brilliant solution. They designed the safety coffin. Now they just took a regular casket, but they ran a pipe from the casket to the surface. At the surface, they attached a bell, and then they ran the line from the bell down through the pipe, tying it off to some part of the supposed corpse. I well imagine that if you wake up in your grave, first thing you do is move, and when you did, the bell rang.
Gosh.
During the day, people all over town could hear that. They'd get the cemetery sexton to bring you to the surface. You owed your life to being saved by the bell. But what if you happen to wake up at night? Well, the story might not have a happy ending. So some other guys, they got the idea to hire men who would just patrol through graveyards all night long listening for this. And if they heard it, they went to get shovels, brought you to the surface, and you owed your life to the men working the graveyard shift. Now look around you. We got pirates. We got this execution going on. It'd be a shame to waste them, wouldn't it? I mean, who doesn't love a great pirate story, right? Why did the pirate get both ears pierced? It was a buccaneer. Did you hear about how the pirate accidentally harmed himself? Well, he wasn't being careful pulling on his pants and he buckled his swash. Very painful. Yeah. Now, the jokes are not going to get better. But if you play along, no one will get hurt. Well, back during Spanish settlement, the bane of their existence was English pirates got fed up. Put together an early version of a SWAT team, and one by one, they took down all the English pirates till there was just one left. And that's this fellow right here, Andrew Ransom. But in 1684, his luck ran out. That Spanish SWAT team boarded his ship, put his men in chains, took them across the street, put them to hard labor building the Castillo de San Marcos. You see, up until then, our fort was made out of wood. Today, our walls are 16 feet thick, made poured to keystone. That is hard labor, but it isn't what you do to a pirate captain. You make an example out of them. And what better example than public execution? Now, on that day, in 1684, in our town plaza, when Andrew Ransom here was just about to meet his maker, the city was packed. Families, they brought their children, they brought picnic baskets. There were priests, there were monks, there were soldiers, there were sailors. Sir, would you help me with a little demonstration? If you'll carefully mount these steps, and do be careful because we're not ready to kill you yet. You may want to get a picture. Yes, exactly. The man knows exactly what to do. Standing there, looking out at a crowd that wants nothing more than his gruesome death. Now, this is a festive occasion, but it's also a legal proceeding. So we have to begin with a reading of the death warrant.
Oh, no.
Hush fell over the crowd as everyone waited for the execution.
Andrew Ranson!
Oh my gosh.
We saw your phone.
Yeah, I know. Oh, no.
You have been found guilty of the crime of piracy and shall be put to death by garroting. I have already ran the rope through the back of the board, and now I will put it around your thieving pirate neck. I will put it back through the hole again, and will tie it off to this wooden baton. And with each twist, the rope will get tighter and tighter until you die of one of 3 ways. Suffocation, yes.
No bleeding.
Bleeding, or the crowd's favorite, and my personal favorite, decapitation!
Yeah!
No!
And afterwards, the governor has invited us all for tea and cookies.
Where is he at? Which way?
You won't be there.
Oh,
This is a festive occasion. There are people in this crowd who want to place bets on how many turns of the rope it takes to end the life of this filthy, thieving pirate. In as vile a voice as we can manage, we are going to start the countdown you see it on the first turn of the rope. Are you ready to get vile? On the foot! They're not vile.
On the first turn,
They're not vile! I think you know.
come on! Take guesses, everyone! How many turns?
Free him.
4.
4?
12.
2. 2.
Until he's dead.
Till he's dead. I like that. All right. Shall I take it from here?
You shall.
Whew. And with the first turn of the rope, Andrew seemed eerily calm despite the rope creeping towards his neck. Look how calm he is. And with the second turn of the rope, someone in the crowd noticed him holding on to something. Rosary beads! An English Protestant pirate with Spanish Catholic rosary beads!
Amen.
No matter. And with the third turn of the rope, Andrew gasped for air!
Gasp, Andrew, gasp.
And with the fourth turn of the rope, the blood started to trickle down Andrew's neck. No, okay. And with the fifth turn of the rope, Andrew's eyes popped out of their sockets and his face turned purple.
And he's free.
He's trying his best. And with the sixth turn of the rope,
Oh, it broke.
the rope snapped. And Andrew gasped for air.
And he's free.
And the crowd gasped along with him.
Run, Andrew, run!
We need a priest stuck here. Let me see. You there! You look like a priest. Come forward. The priest turned to the crowd and said, "We have seen a miracle.
A miracle.
This man has been saved."
He has been saved. I told y'all. I told y'all.
And the priest escorted Andrew.
Andrew, come with me. I told y'all. It's me.
Took him to the Everyone. You see, the governor wanted nothing more than to see Andrew executed. He'd been chasing him for decades. Until he marched to the steps of the church. But Andrew was there, smiling. And the governor realized he could do nothing against the authority of God. And so he left defeated. Andrew stayed in St. Augustine for years under the protection of the church, and even agreed to help the town out in exchange for his freedom, of course. So, he finished the construction of the Castillo de San Marcos, and in the English siege of 1702, Andrew, an English pirate, may I remind you, was interrogating his own men, fellow English pirates, on behalf of the Spanish. A traitor, I say!
Traitor, traitor,
And yet, it was this traitorous act that granted him his freedom. He went out and married the most beautiful woman in all of St. Augustine, who was none other than the governor's only daughter. And she was the one who gave him the rosary beads.
Oh.
How suspenseful. To this day, Andrew's descendants still live here in the town of St. Augustine, 300 years later, living among some of you. Some say it was a miracle that Satan that day. Others, myself included, think it was an odd twist of fate.
Let's hear it for Holtar execution. Let's hear it together for Andrew
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's give it up for Father Confused. Yeah. Now, remember the trolley. You don't want to hang with him.
Any other Andrews want to come up?
That was cool.
Yeah.
I hope that came out good. Can you do me a favor? You got your phone?
Yeah, I got my phone. What's up?
Can you text Amanda and tell her we're in the middle of a tour and that's why I couldn't answer?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You guys caught me by surprise.
Thank you for sparing him.
It wasn't my choice. Thank you so much.
Of course. Yeah, that's one. He did a great job, regardless. We saw you breathe. He's drunk here. I hear so many people. I'm like, oh, I've never been. But you did. You bust out at the right. You bust out at the right second.
Yeah. Thank you.
Andrew Scallowag and Mrs. Scallowag.
It's like Andrew Ransom even survived back there.
Yeah.
The bad part about that is we're not going to get any tea and cookies.
Oh man.
I know.
What about cake?
Nothing. No cake.
Aw.
Right here. That is kind of a part of what the old wall, city wall, would have been. Now this cemetery would have been inside the city wall. Outside the city wall would have been the first cemetery that you saw the human.
That's called the Redoubt.
I'm so glad that happened. That was so fun.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm gonna leave that up there. It's ironic that he changed it.
There's Maleficent over there again.
That's our friend right there.
You couldn't have made that.
Very small.
Can you hear me again? I would like to thank
Yeah.
all of you for
Well,
not
it's okay.
mentioning how well I swing on that pole. I wasn't born a ghost host. You remember when I pointed out to you the pedestal with the bust, told you it was the resting place of a famous man? Well, here's the backstory. Even though Florida was founded as a Spanish Catholic colony, remained largely Catholic for many years, we didn't even get a bishop till the 1860s. But when we did, a saint of a man, Augustine, his reputation spread far beyond our little town. So when death came for him in 1876, people all over the Sunshine State wanted to travel here and pay their respects. The one thing that travel then was literal horsepower. Riding horse or in a carriage being pulled by one. So the church fathers knew they were going to have to put off those ceremonies by at least 2 weeks. I'm going to interrupt myself 1 second during
Hi, fellow ghost hunters.
If you look right,
I like your hat.
if you look right straight back into the center of the cemetery, that's the grave we're talking about, the pedestal with the bust on it. Well, here's the problem the church fathers encountered. You see, they couldn't get him embalmed. They had to come up with alternate means of keeping those mortal remains fresh. I got a huge block of
This is
ice.
in
Wrapped our beloved bishop in Spanish moss, the stuff you see that
bed and
hangs out of all of our
breakfast.
trees here. And they put him on that block of ice. And that worked exceptionally well for an exceptionally short amount of time. It was June. It was Florida. Before they knew it, they had a soggy bishop and a whole lot of holy water. So plan B, they constructed an all-metal casket, but with a pane of glass right down the middle so mourners could see him. And on the day of the funeral mass, it was held in our cathedral basilica, the place that had granted sanctuary to Andrew Ransom. Well, it was wall-to-wall, standing room only. The folks up front, they thought they were luckiest. They were closest to that coffin. Till they started to hear weird sounds coming out of it. This is going to be audience participation. When I point to my side of the trolley, we're going to hiss like a snake. Let's try that. Good. When I point to the driver's side, we're going to make popping sounds. Let's try that. We're going to go back and forth faster and louder. Exploding bishop. When the body decomposes, it emits combustible gas. They had built a bishop bomb. Everybody was taken by surprise, and it was a bad one. What do you do when you're taken by surprise and it's real bad? You scream. On the count of 3, let's freak out pedestrians and scream. 1, 2, 3. What happens to your mouth when you scream? It opens, and little bits of bishop came floating.
Oh my
Church's chicken. Now, the next day, a crew came in, scraped it up, put it in an all-metal casket, took it to the grave I showed you, buried it in with it, this story. Except here, we told it, one generation to the next. Took a century for that story to get to the Vatican. The Pope was not amused. He dispatched 2 prelates to St. Augustine with an exhumation order. And once those men crossed an ocean, first place they had to go was right back to that cathedral basilica. As we start across the intersection here, if you take a look out the driver's side, there it is, that magnificent
I had
white
to point it up
sandstone
because when I touched the car
now,
tag.
in your mind's eye, imagine the prelates walk in, they hand over the order and the grace, and they pry the lid open. And do you know what they found in there? Globs of pink, soft, moist, pungent. Ew. He had not decomposed any further in a century. Yes, they knew a miracle when they saw one. Slam the lid. Put him back in the grave, covered him with concrete, dirt, the pedestal. The bus scurried back to Rome, where the story is buried in the Vatican archives. But here we still tell it. Here we still make a pilgrimage to that grave. I mean, after all, that's where our beloved bishop rests, in pieces.
Oh, gross.
Oh, in 1565, Don Pedro Menendez de Aviles came here, founded the Spanish settlement of St. Augustine. But a year prior, the French had already built a fort north of here in what is now Jacksonville. And back in Europe, those superpowers were at war. Well, the French got cocky. They decided they were going to come down here and make quick work out of those pesky Spaniards. So they pointed their ships to the south. Without the slightest idea, there was a hurricane out there. They found out right out there. Every ship in the French fleet sank. Fewer than 200 men, that's only 1 out of 10, struggled ashore south of here, a place we call Matanzas Inlet. But Spanish soldiers were waiting, marched them up here and told them, we don't have enough food for ourselves. You think we're going to waste anything on Frenchmen? Turn your back on your king, turn your back on your Protestant faith. Join our army or die. Those men chose death. One by one, they were marched right out there to the water's edge. Their throats were cut, their bodies pushed over into what we call Matanzas Bay. So much carnage. It said for 3 days that water ran red. I remember that word, Matanzas. They came ashore down there at Matanzas Inlet. They were executed right there at Matanzas Bay. If you're not
Oh, there's
aware,
the
ladies
fort.
and gentlemen, Matanzas, that is the Spanish word for have some silence, please. Everybody paid for their ticket. Thank you. That edifice you see, that is called the Queen Anne Victoria. Looks like one of Henry Blackman's luxury hotels. Until you get close enough to see the big iron bars and the big iron gate. This is a rough draft. The men who designed it, they went on to design Alcatraz. Now let's say you drew a short sentence, 5 to 10 years of hard labor for breaking and entering. Once the gate slammed shut behind you, your life expectancy dropped to 2 years. Why was that? Cuts to a cell. The cell's about as wide as a trolley, but not even half as long. The food was full of unintentional proteins, maggots, mealworms. Personal hygiene was a bucket in every cell, about once a week. Of course, the place is haunted. Now, we've had all the famous guys here, you know, from cable. Ghost hunters, taps, paranormal seekers, kindred spirits, Jack Osborne. You know what they do? They go into a haunted building at midnight with all their fancy equipment, and they try to make contact with spirits of people who died there. But in the year 2010, we had a local group, folks from right over there on Milano Beach, and they did it differently. For one, they gathered up questions that people ask on the daytime tour, winnowing out the ones most apropos for paranormal investigation. By the time they got to the old jail, they had already decided, rather than trying to make contact with the spirits of the many, many people who died there, they would try to make contact with the spirit of the building itself. They figured it'd be more than what happened in any lifetime. So that night in 2010, when they went into the haunted edifice that is just about to loom on your horizon, and they lumped down, they would begin by turning on the most important piece of paranormal paraphernalia. I'm sure you've heard of it, Spirit Box. It's a machine that generates a type of static we call white noise. And it's believed that spirit voices, they can attach to that. So that night, when they turned on that spirit box, they would begin their investigation with the number one most asked question from the daytime tours. Because everybody wants to know the body count. I'm going to tell you the question, then I'm going to ask you to be very quiet and listen very carefully. We have the audio recording they made that night of that building answering the question. And the question is, so how many people actually died here? Let's listen for the building's answer. What? We hear it again? The voice says there were only 8. Is that even possible? Once more. There were 8 executions. A whole lot more people suffered and died in there. And we're going in. Ain't that fun? Now, I've heard on the grapevine that Knuckles is about to make a break for it. So when we come out, we're going to have a different trolley of the doomed, a different inmate driver. Make sure you gather up everything and everybody you brought with you. We're going to gather down here at the double gate.
Make sure you bring it anyway.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Make sure you have a good time in the old jail. I know I won't.
Look at you jumping, show off.
Like a little kid. I have all.
Right.
On the plane. You have to say no. Shut up. Have a good time in the old jail.
Hey, can I talk to you?
Yeah, what's up?
There's a couple guests behind us that are arguing.
Okay.
So, like, we're having trouble hearing what the
Okay.
person
Hopefully they'll quiet down at some point. And I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The next driver comes on, maybe he can say something to him. But,
Okay.
hopefully everything will change by the time you're done in the jail, you know.
Yeah, hopefully.
What's the matter?
I'll tell you in a little bit.
No, we can hear you.
What?
I'm just really arguing with the people behind them, so I couldn't hear what she was saying.
Good job.
I was just letting him know unless it has, just in case it escalates.
Exactly, space.
Come on up and join us, everybody, so I can tell you the history. Now, I have to begin with an apology. We're having some difficulties with the electrical wiring in this place. Some of the lights are kind of on the fritz. And I'm just telling you that because I don't want you to think it's a special effect. Also don't want it to scare you. It may not even happen while we're in there. But I did want to forewarn you. Now that building was built in 1891. That was built in jail in 1953. It is considered the most haunted jail in America, one of the four most haunted properties in the Sunshine State. But because it is so old, it doesn't need modern building code. It is not ADA compliant. And the conditions we are going to encounter in there, they are abysmal. We're going to be going through some very dark, narrow, familiar passages. They've got sharp turns. We're going to be going up and down flights of stairs. And those steps are steep and they're narrow. But at this juncture, I want to encourage you to take a lot of pictures in there. That place is ghost infested. Now, when you look at your pictures, look at them tonight. If there's nothing there, look again tomorrow, even the next day. These folks are sneaky. If you do capture any paranormal evidence, whether it's behind those walls or anywhere else on the tour, send it to us at #PostAGhost. We might put it on one of the video albums you saw down at Cromwell's, or we might put it out on the web and make the internet famous. I want to warn you again how daunting the conditions are. If anybody has any mobility issues, you may want to stay over there in the depot. Or if you're the kind of folks who just aren't into the idea of going into a dark, gloomy, ghost-infested, haunted jail at night, you can stay in the depot too. But if you dare follow me,
I dealt with doggy dare. Where's our savior? Right here.
I don't know where the hubby is.
Oh, that's because you keep running out ahead.
It's dark. There he goes.
So this makes you a hitchhiking ghost?
My nephew. Right? Glennie would have the same expression. Did you say #ghost tour?
Whoa! I feel like I'm in my garage.
Yeah. We can all move in a bit so everybody fits. Gotta get everybody
We're going to
in
jail.
there and please don't go
Ooh, spooky lights. Oh, it is Halloween.
It's just dark in here.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Death Row. The last place
Again?
these men saw before they went out back and met their fate on the gallows like Sim Jackson in that picture you can barely see. Again, I apologize about the lights. We are waiting on an electrician credentialed to work in historic structures. But we've been waiting now a long time, almost a month. It's wearing thin. So again, I apologize. I do have to make certain, though, that the lighting system upstairs, or what we call general population, that it is on. Otherwise, it's not safe for us to walk around up there. So what I need to do is throw the breaker. What you'll see is the light will go off, then it will come back on. If it stays on, that means they're on upstairs and it's okay for us to head up there. It's only going to take me seconds to throw the breaker. But while I'm doing so for your safety, I need you to stay right in this room. And once again, once again, for your safety, please don't go in any of these cells. These cells are notorious for opening, closing, and locking themselves. I'll be right back. You're
What are you doing on jail?
What?
Howdy, y'all.
Oh, shoot. Hi. Hi, Charlie.
So you guys just walked in here of your own free will? No judges, court orders, or police officers dragging you in? I mean, it is a haunted jail at night. Surely someone must have been dragged in, kicking and screaming you, sir.
No, her.
Oh. At least someone's got survival instincts. Usually every time you history folks come in here, you end up skipping over all the greatest parts about this place. So tonight, on behalf of myself, Charlie, I'm going to tell you all about all 8 of our official hangings we've had here, starting with that gentleman right there, Sim Jackson. You can see him on the wall behind you. That man with the hat on to his right, that's Sheriff Joe Perry. Sheriff Perry was 6'5" and 300 pounds, a mountain of a man. And he was furious with the publication of this photograph of Sim. See, it captured his likeness innocently holding those flowers. That's something. The sheriff didn't like on account of what the man had done to his wife. See, they had had an argument that turned into a nasty fight, and while nobody knows who struck first, the whole town knows Sim struck last with a razor in her throat. Neighbors came into the side of her head, almost dangling off her body. A crime scene so grisly, some 500 people came to watch him swing. When he saw that crowd, Sim felt the need to speechify him, so he started rambling. I think he ended his ravings with, "Well, my friends, I'll see you all in heaven." The most interesting thing that happened on that day, those 2 gentlemen in the bottom right-hand corner of the photograph with the hats on, those 2 are brain scientists from up north. They were called down to perform an experiment during the hanging by Sheriff Perry. They said, "Sim, if you do this one thing for us, we'll put your name in the science textbooks. Sim, after they drop you, we need you to wiggle your fingers for as long as you can, until you can no longer wiggle them anymore." Now, I know we are not brain scientists, but how long do we think Sim Jackson was able to wiggle his fingers for?
5 minutes.
11 minutes. But then 3 more on top to pronounce him dead. I mean, have any of y'all been hanged before?
You on death row too?
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, wait. I'll explain to you what it's like. This cell right here is death row. You spend your last 30 days in here doing hard labor. That labor being
What you do?
I know.
You get man?
See the gallows out there?
That was him. What you get him for? Oh my.
You spend your last 30 days in there doing hard labor. That labor being they give you the boards and the nails and they force you to build your own death trap. Each gallows is the unique construction of a set of 3 bunk maids serving out there. Once your 30 days are up, they bind your hands real tight, give you a haircut, put you in a suit, and they walk you out to the gallows. Now, most men, when they get to standing on top of the platform, want to say something grandiose to cap off their days. Not Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson was just a murdering fool. Steve Johnson called out to a friend he saw in the crowd. He said, "Friend, after they drop me, take my boots off my body and give them to my wife. She ain't got enough money to bury my body in a real plot, so she'll bury my shoes in our front yard." Is that not a frivolous sounding request? I mean, who's going to give a widow a pair of shoes to remember a man by? No, those shoes are still here. Are you looking at my shoes?
No.
Think I stole Steve Johnson's boots? I did not have them mine. I steal from a murderer. I like to keep my life in limbo intact.
They are really nice, though.
I can show you the real shoes if you want to see them. They're right upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. The lights ain't come on enough. Is it safe to go upstairs? Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Jesus, man. You're like what are you going, magician?
You gotta go on, man.
Good prisoners use hand railings when going up unfamiliar sets of stairs, especially sets of stairs that have been here since 1891. It could be closer than there or just down.
Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, where'd everybody go?
Wow.
This way?
I think so.
Oh.
To the jail?
In here? Okay.
I just like,
I'm already having anxiety. Oh, it's kind of close in here. Want to sit or no? Okay, I'm gonna stand behind them so someone else can sit down.
okay. Oh, no, I don't think that. Must be doing some kind of night photography. Every time I take a photo, it takes this time. Maybe because it's nighttime. No thanks.
You good? No.
This little light that's not quite in the center. Steve Johnson's boots or shoes. You'll remember I said he did not say much on the day of his hanging except for all that blabbering about his wife. Well, there was 2 other men that swung with him on that day. Their names were Eugene Baxter and Tom White. These 2 men, they were robbers. They led a robbery at a Jacksonville storefront owned and operated by one Isaac Silverstein and his family. They executed their raid, and what ended was the battering and bloodying of Isaac Silverstein's family, and the end of Isaac's life.
There's a thing too. There's a thing over too.
These two gentlemen.
Yeah, that's thing.
Well, you know, Steve Johnson did urinate.
I'm
His
saying,
pants when he got
I'm
hanged.
saying, they got a little test on, man.
These two murderers, they wish to have their sentences commuted here, to St. John's County Jail, so they could be hung with old Steve. See, they'd rather serve their time in St. John's than Jacksonville. Down here, they knew they'd get hung before they got worked. So we had a triple hanging on that day, May 31st, 1912. It was the last official hanging this county'd ever seen. I guess watching 3 bodies drop at once made the county commission lose their stomach for hangings. Odd, given that 1 body was just fine. 2 at once, you bring the whole family out, but 3, well, that's just 1 too many bags to be opposed.
Really?
Don't just let people lock you in the cages. No, in general population, there's a man by the name of George Hawkins. His fellow inmates call him the Shadow Man. He ducks in and out of these shadows for this very night. While he was alive, he lived in those shadows as well. One night, he was stalking through those shadows in search of his perfect prey, which he found in the form of a Syrian peddler named Charles Joseph. Charles sold cheap trinkets and jewelry to any man he ran into on the road. He was out in his wagon in the fog one night where George was waiting for a moment to strike. George jumped up onto the man's wagon and stuck him from his navel down up through his neck. Reached inside and made the man's insides his outsides all over the wagon. It was animal, gruesome, and terribly, terribly short-sighted on the part of George Hawkins. I mean, if you have the mind to eviscerate a man inside of his own horse-drawn carriage, best keep your mind and, I don't know, tie up the horse before it gets thirsty and wanders back into town, leaving a trail to the scene of the crime. So George got caught, and he was hanged because he was guilty. How many of y'all are guilty? That's actually a boring question. Show of hands for innocence. Goose egg, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5th innocent soul in here by the name of Robert Lee. He haunts this place, but you probably won't hear his voice like other apparitions. See, he's not angry, he's sorrowful. I hear his cries, I never committed no crime. And it's true. The only crime Robert Lee ever committed was having a terrible tasting friend. See, he had a friend by the name of James Kirby. James Rob, the murder man, James captured by the authorities. He said, me and Robert planned to kill that man together.
This is where they sent to eat.
James Kirby was just a coward. He wanted to hang myself. Hopefully, none of you all have friends like that. But as I do know later, being good in their gallows, that they give the most wicked man goes on back. So James Kirby, he was the sheriff. He was the side. The sheriff Perry probably was not involved in that plot. But we know Sheriff Perry. He said, I don't promise this town a double hanging, and I ain't gonna cheat my hangman just because of some murderer's guilty conscience. Are any of you getting claustrophobic?
Very much so.
It doesn't quite matter how you feel personally. See you 30 days ago.
Toffee is free.
They're waiting. I don't want to lose you.
Thank you. I can breathe. There's the sheriff, but you can't see him because it's too dark.
How was your stay?
How was your stay? It was lovely. Like a vacation. Got it?
Careful.
Okay. Be careful of the steps.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
The gallows.
So, hopefully, I have impressed upon you all enough for some of you to remember my name.
Charlie!
Charles Howell. I hanged you. Now, I'll admit, I killed a man, I did, but I believe I did it under reasonable circumstances, or rather, I argued I had a justifiable defense, so I find it hard to place and articulate to you all today, so I suppose, okay, are there any husbands here? Show of hands. Boyfriends are fine, but husbands are preferred. You. Looking for an answer. What would you do if there was a man going around town, and that man was saying despicable things about your wife, awful things, things that would make your skin fry straight off of your body and your eyes melt out of your skull? You had one thing to do. What would it be? Probably beat his ass hard until he stopped moving. Is my addition to his suggestion. And, well, courts call it, I did aggravated murder. So I did my time and I built my gallows. When the day came for my execution, I woke up feeling sick. Now, there's a rule. Not supposed to hang a sick man. Odd, given who's going to feel good on the day they're hanging. But I had completely passed out. Sheriff Perry had them drag my unconscious body out here anyway. Once they got me up on top of the gallows, then him and his men had an interesting problem to solve. How are you supposed to hang a man if you can't stand him upright? You tie a board to his back.
Oh my God.
So they did. And his men dropped me. But Sheriff Perry's not that bright. Sheriff Perry didn't take into account how much that board would weigh, so the floor drops out and the rope snaps. I fall flat on my back. Noose still around my neck, still alive. The only thing I can think to myself is I watched that trapdoor flap as well. Surely they're not going to hang me again. Right? I mean, that's another rule, you know? Double jeopardy here. All I could hear was Sheriff Perry standing on top of the gallows calling out to his men, saying, "Grab another rope!"
There you are! There you are! I told the sheriff he's getting a dog.
See you, Charlie. Charlie went to Candy Mountain. Careful, Gabe.
Scalawag. Mrs. Scalawag.
You should tell Trent about you.
I'll show him the video.
Yeah, I hope it came out okay.
Me too.
We'll have to bring up the VODs and see.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Bless you. Did you tell her we're on a ghost tour?
I just said we were on the floor. At some points, my shoulder was getting stiff.
I think we're about done.
All right. That's good. I'm getting hungry.
I just need to make sure I got it on. If you are looking for a more up-close and personal ghost hunting experience, we do something here called the Old Jail After Dark. Get your tickets online. We'll give you the equipment, show you how to use it, take you in there a little after midnight, lock you down for 2.5 hours.
That's a different one than
Now, in
this
1821, the Americans took over the Castillo, renaming it Fort Marion. And by 1833, the man in charge was Sergeant Tuttle. Well, one day Tuttle had his men up on the gun deck examining the cannon. But there was one, they were having a devil of a time pulling back from the rampart. They tugged and they strained and they heard a huge crack. The floor opened and down the cannon went. Well, down to the first floor they went, knowing they had to haul it back up. But when they went to the room where they thought that it would have landed, there was no cannon. So back up to the gun deck they went, looked into the hole. Sure enough, there was a cannon. That's when it occurred to them, there's a room we don't know about. Back down to the first floor they went. They started pounding on the walls till they heard a hollow spot. Grabbed a pickaxe, broke a hole, and we're going to use it as a portal in time. We are going back to when the man in charge was Spanish Comandante Garcia Marti. Now Marti lived there with his men, yes, but also with his beautiful wife Dolores. Dolores loved two things most in life. She loved rose-scented perfume, and she loved a whole lot of other men. Now, when Marti caught Dolores with the first officer, he was outraged. The next day they were gone. The men told him amongst themselves, and they decided, these two Americans are going to start a new life. We don't think so. We are going to step back through that portal in time. It's 1833 again. Tuttle's men have just broken that hole, and the first thing that hits them is a rush of rose-scented perfume. So they step in and pull the cannon back. They find a pile of crushed bones. National Park Service says those were animal bones. We don't think so. We think Marti took an unfaithful wife, that insubordinate first officer, walled them up in a room that we call the Little Forgotten Place. Now his name's Dolores. Now remember her name? Dolores Gola Rosa? But Latin Spanish for an anguished sorrow. To this day, people swear they hear her anguished cries at the Castillo. I used to work at the Castillo. I encounter Dolores at least once a week. Everybody who works there does. I have to say, though, we're not afraid of her. We kind of like that girl. Dolores, she's our ghost. And don't forget, look and see if you have paranormal evidence. Send it to #PostAboats. Go to social media sites like TripAdvisor. Tell people about your experience. If you loved the tour, I was your ghost host. My name's Luna. If you hated the tour, I was your ghost host. My name's Bridget. The man who came to our rescue is Jackknife. Give it up for Jackknife!
Yay!
One step closer to getting his license returned. The man might make parole. And if the spirit moves you, you may want to put something there in the hat so we can hire him a real attorney. Now this is an early one, but I want to wish you all a very happy Halloween. And please be safe, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're heading home tonight or to a hotel, because we want you to come back and see us again. On behalf of both of the drivers and myself, we want to thank you for what for us has been a wonderful tour. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you,
That was so cool, guys.
Go straight, Mike. Go straight. Go straight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Andrew Ransom.
And here?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You have a good one.
We appreciate
That was fun.
Oh, okay.
Where'd we park?
It looks like everyone's taking a picture.
I think over here somewhere.
Or down that way.
Oh. Don't hit the wall. Okay.
I kind of want to go in the shop and see if there's anything cool out there.
Okay. Can I use the restroom real quick before we go? Alright, I'm going to end the stream here. So, thank you for joining us, guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Stay spooky. Oh, look at that.